Did you know that over 75 of Americans over 60 struggle with sleep issues? That's right. 3 out of 4 seniors in our country are lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering why sleep has become their elusive friend. This isn't just about feeling tired the next day. This is a silent health crisis that's affecting millions. Poor sleep doesn't just leave you reaching for that extra cup of coffee. It's silently eroding your brain health, with studies showing that consistent sleep deprivation accelerates cognitive decline by up to 30 in seniors. Your heart is working overtime when you should be resting, increasing your risk of cardiovascular issues by 27. And that persistent low mood you've been feeling. It might not be just getting older. It could be directly tied to your sleep quality, the most alarming part. Many doctors are quick to prescribe sleep medications without addressing the root causes. These medications might help you fall asleep, but they're robbing you of the deep, restorative sleep your body desperately needs to heal and rejuvenate. If you don't watch this entire video, you might miss the natural secrets that could transform your nights and add quality years to your life. What if I told you that the key to better sleep isn't in your medicine cabinet, but in your kitchen? Deep sleep, that precious phase where your brain clears toxins and your body repairs itself, is the golden ticket to waking up feeling refreshed and mentally sharp. And achieving it might be simpler than you think. The changes I'm about to share have helped thousands of American seniors reclaim their nights and transform their days. These aren't complicated routines or expensive supplements. They're simple, natural solutions backed by cutting-edge research that most doctors won't tell you about. Your journey to better sleep starts right now, and I promise it's going to change how you think about bedtime forever. Understanding age-related sleep changes. Let's take a deep breath and understand what's really happening as we age. Our sleep struggles aren't your fault. They're part of the natural aging process. But that doesn't mean we can't do something about them. As we get older, our bodies produce less melatonin. That's our natural sleep hormone. According to the Mayo Clinic, by age 70, we're producing about half the melatonin we did in our 30s. Imagine trying to drive a car with only half a tank of gas. That's what your sleep system is working with right now. Then there's our modern lifestyle. Those late-night news programs, the tablet where you read your books, even the LED clock by your bedside. They're all emitting blue light that further suppresses your already diminished melatonin. It's like trying to fall asleep with a small sun shining in your face. Many of us have turned to sleep medications out of desperation. I understand. When you've been staring at the ceiling for hours, you'll try anything. But here's what many doctors don't emphasize. Most sleep medications don't actually increase deep sleep. They sedate you. There's a big difference. They might knock you out, but you're not getting that restorative sleep your body craves. This creates what sleep scientists call the insomnia loop. You take medication to fall asleep, but don't get quality sleep, so you feel tired during the day. Then you're anxious about sleep the next night, so you take more medication, and the cycle continues. The root issue isn't that you don't want to sleep or can't sleep. It's that your body is missing the natural conditions it needs for proper sleep. Think of it like trying to grow a garden in poor soil. No matter how many seeds you plant, they won't thrive. We need to enrich your body's sleep soil first. And that's exactly what we're going to do, using nature's own sleep medicine cabinet. Remember, sleep isn't just rest. It's your body's time to heal, to flush out toxins from your brain, to consolidate memories, and to repair muscles and tissues. Quality sleep isn't a luxury. It's essential maintenance for your body and mind. The good news: there are simple, natural ways to reclaim your sleep without the side effects of prescription medications. Let's explore them together. Bananas, nature's sleep miracle. Now let me tell you about Helen. At 67, she was just like many of you, tossing and turning until 2 a.m., then dragging herself through the day. Her doctor was quick to prescribe sleeping pills, but Helen was worried about becoming dependent on them. "I felt like I was slowly disappearing," she told me. "My mind was foggy during the day, and my nights were endless battles with the clock." Then Helen learned about what researchers at the Neural Sleep Institute discovered in 2023. Their groundbreaking study found that eating one medium-sized banana about an hour before bedtime increased deep sleep brainwaves by up to 43 in participants over 60. What makes bananas such a sleep superfood? It's the perfect trio of sleep-supporting nutrients: magnesium to relax your muscles, potassium to regulate nerve signals, and vitamin B6 that helps produce melatonin naturally in your body. Here's the fascinating part: slightly overripe bananas, the ones with those little brown spots that most people avoid, are actually sleep gold mines. Those spots indicate that the banana's starches have converted to sugar that's more easily digestible and can help tryptophan. That's your sleep-inducing amino acid reach your brain more efficiently. After just 3 days of eating a banana before bed, Helen noticed something remarkable. For the first time in years, I woke up naturally before my alarm. I actually felt refreshed, not just less tired. She said, her voice filled with disbelief. Within 2 weeks, Helen was falling asleep within 20 minutes of her head hitting the pillow and staying asleep through the night. Her morning brain fog lifted, and her family noticed she was more engaged and cheerful during their Sunday visits. "It seems too simple to be true," Helen admitted. But after trying expensive mattresses, white noise machines, and pills with side effects, I couldn't tolerate this natural approach has been life-changing. Could a simple banana be your ticket to better sleep? For Helen and thousands of others, this humble fruit has been the key that unlocked the door to restful nights and energized mornings. The right way to eat bananas for sleep. Now, before you rush to the kitchen for a banana, let's make sure you're doing it right. There are some common mistakes people make that can actually reduce the effectiveness of this natural sleep aid. Timing matters more than you might think. Eating a banana right before bed can actually disrupt your sleep because your digestive system will be working when it should be resting. On the other hand, having one too early, say right after dinner at 6 p.m., means those sleep-promoting nutrients might not be at optimal levels when you're trying to fall asleep at 10 p.m. The sweet spot: about 60-90 minutes before bedtime. This gives your body time to digest and release those sleep-supporting nutrients, just as you're getting ready to turn in. Let's talk about ripeness. A green or barely yellow banana won't have the same sleep benefits as a properly ripened one. Those green bananas are high in starch and resistant starches that can actually be harder to digest, potentially causing discomfort that keeps you awake. Look for bananas with yellow peels and small brown spots. This indicates they're at the perfect stage where the starches have converted to more easily digestible sugars, and the magnesium and potassium are more bioavailable. Here's a tip most people don't know. Warming your banana slightly to about body temperature around 98 can increase the absorption of its nutrients by up to 25. You don't need to cook it. Just place it in a bowl of warm water for a few minutes. Be careful about what you eat with your banana. Pairing it with dairy might seem like a good idea, but for many older adults, dairy can cause subtle inflammation that counteracts the sleep benefits. Instead, try a small handful of seeds like pumpkin or sunflower seeds. Their zinc content works synergistically with the banana's magnesium. Store your bananas at room temperature away from other fruits. Many fruits release ethylene gas that can speed up ripening too quickly. And if your bananas are reaching the too ripe stage, peel them and freeze them for later use in smoothies. Remember, it's these small details that can make the difference between modest improvement and truly transformative sleep. As we age, our bodies need more precision in nutrition. It's not just what we eat, but how and when we eat it that matters. Almonds, the magnesium miracle for deep sleep. Let me share a remarkable story about Dr. David Miller, a 70-year-old retired physician from Boston who thought his sleep problems were just part of getting older. Despite his medical background, he struggled with sleep for nearly a decade after retirement. "I'd fall asleep easily enough," Dr. Miller explained, "but I'd wake up at 2 a.m. like clockwork, and that was it. I was up for the day. My mind would race with thoughts, and no amount of counting sheep could quiet it." What changed everything for Dr. Miller was discovering the power of almonds. Not just any almonds, but properly prepared ones. A colleague mentioned a study from the Journal of Sleep Medicine that revealed how the magnesium in almonds activates the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's rest and digest mode. This isn't just any mineral. Magnesium acts as a natural relaxant that helps regulate the stress hormone cortisol, which often spikes in older adults during the night. It also helps maintain healthy levels of GABA, a neurotransmitter that promotes relaxation and better sleep quality. But here's where it gets really interesting. Unlike sleep medications that often cause grogginess, the next day the natural magnesium in almonds helps you stay asleep without the morning hangover effect. Even better, it helps stabilize your blood sugar levels throughout the night. Many seniors experience mini blood sugar drops during the night that they're not even aware of. Dr. Miller explained, "These drops trigger adrenaline release that jolts you awake. The healthy fats and protein in almonds provide a slow, steady release of energy that keeps your blood sugar stable all night." After incorporating a small handful of properly prepared almonds into his bedtime routine, Dr. Miller experienced what he calls a revolution in my sleep architecture. Within a week, he stopped waking at 2 a.m. After 2 weeks, he was enjoying 7-8 hours of uninterrupted sleep for the first time in years. As a doctor, I prescribed countless sleep medications over my career. He admitted, "If I had known that something as simple as almonds could be so effective, I might have written very different prescriptions." And the benefits extend beyond sleep. The same magnesium that helps you sleep better also supports heart health, particularly important for seniors concerned about cardiovascular wellness. How to prepare almonds for maximum sleep benefits. Now, let's make sure you're getting the most out of this natural sleep remedy. There's a right way and a wrong way to eat almonds for sleep, and the difference can be significant. First, let's address a common mistake. Roasted salted almonds from the snack aisle aren't your best choice for sleep benefits. The roasting process can reduce the magnesium content by up to 40. Even worse, high-temperature roasting creates compounds that can actually cause subtle inflammation in your digestive system. The last thing you want before bed. Instead, look for raw, organic almonds. They should have a mild, slightly sweet taste, not a bitter one. The color should be a uniform, light brown, and they should have a solid crunch when you bite into them. If they taste rancid or bitter, they're not fresh, and those off flavors indicate the oils have oxidized, which can actually increase inflammation in your body. Here's where many people miss out on the full benefits. Almonds contain natural compounds, called phytates, that can bind to minerals like magnesium, making them less bioavailable to your body. The solution: soaking them. Soaking almonds for 8 hours in water with a pinch of salt can increase the bioavailability of magnesium up to 4 times. It also makes them easier to digest, reducing the energy your body needs to extract their nutrients. The process is simple in the morning place. A quarter cup of raw almonds in a bowl. Cover with filtered water. Add a tiny pinch of salt and let them sit on your counter all day. Before bed, drain and rinse them. Pat them dry with a paper towel and they're ready to eat. If you're pressed for time, there's a shortcut. Soak them in very warm, not boiling water for 2 hours. You'll still get most of the benefits. How many should you eat? For most seniors, 7 to 10 soaked almonds about 30 minutes before bed is the sweet spot. More isn't necessarily better. Too many can provide too much energy from protein and fats, potentially keeping you awake. Don't waste your money on expensive brands making fancy claims. The most important factors are freshness and proper preparation. When you're shopping, look for almonds in refrigerated sections of health food stores, rather than those sitting in bins at room temperature, which might have been there for months. By following these simple steps, you're not just eating almonds. You're creating a powerful natural sleep aid that works with your body's own rhythms. Tart cherries, your natural melatonin source. What if I told you there's a fruit that's practically nature's sleeping pill? University of Michigan researchers made a remarkable discovery that's changing how we think about natural sleep remedies, especially for seniors struggling with sleep. Their clinical study found that older adults who consumed tart cherry juice experienced an average of 84 additional minutes of sleep each night. That's not a typo. Nearly an hour and a half of extra sleep naturally. Unlike sweet cherries that you might enjoy as a summer treat, tart cherries, also known as Montmorency cherries, contain an exceptional amount of natural melatonin, the very same hormone your body produces less of as you age. But that's not all. They also contain a powerful compound called cyanidin-3 glucoside that extends the effectiveness of that melatonin, helping you stay asleep longer. What makes this discovery particularly exciting for seniors is that unlike synthetic melatonin supplements that can cause dizziness or headaches in some people, the natural form found in tart cherries comes packaged with enzymes and cofactors that help your body use it more effectively. The study participants didn't just sleep longer. They reported falling asleep faster and experiencing fewer nighttime awakenings. Morning brain fog decreased, and energy levels improved throughout the day. The best news: this natural sleep enhancer is incredibly easy to incorporate into your routine. You don't need fresh tart cherries, which can be hard to find and quite sour to eat directly. Instead, you can use tart cherry juice, concentrate, or dried tart cherries. Here's a simple smoothie recipe that study participants found effective. Mix 2 tablespoons of tart cherry. Concentrate with a half cup of water. Add a small banana. There's that sleep-promoting food again. A teaspoon of honey if you like. And blend with a few ice cubes. Drink this about an hour before bedtime. If you prefer something simpler, just mix the tart cherry, concentrate with water, and sip it while you're unwinding for the evening. Remember those prescription sleep aids that can leave you feeling groggy, increase fall risk, and even contribute to memory problems with long-term use. This natural alternative gives you better sleep quality without those concerning side effects. As Dr. Phyllis Johnson, lead researcher in the Michigan study, noted, we were surprised at how effective Tart cherries were, especially given that the benefits increased over time, suggesting this isn't just a placebo effect, but a substantive improvement in sleep architecture. The dangers of sleep medications versus natural alternatives. Let's take a moment to understand why many doctors are rethinking their approach to sleep medications for seniors, and why natural alternatives like Tart cherries deserve more attention. Many common prescription sleep aids work by targeting GABA receptors in your brain, essentially sedating you rather than creating natural sleep. While they might help you fall asleep, they often reduce time spent in deep sleep and REM sleep, the most restorative phases of your sleep cycle. A 2021 study from the Journal of American Geriatric Society found that seniors taking prescription sleep medications for more than 3 months had a 46 higher risk of memory problems compared to those using non-pharmaceutical approaches. Even more concerning, these medications increase fall risk by 40, a serious concern for older adults. There's a significant difference between being unconscious and being asleep, explains neurologist Dr. Rebecca Winters. True sleep is an active process where your brain clears toxins and consolidates memories. Sedation from medications interferes with these crucial processes. In contrast, the melatonin in Tart cherries works with your body's natural sleep architecture. Rather than knocking you out, it signals to your brain that it's time for sleep, allowing you to progress naturally through all sleep stages. The difference becomes clear when we look at brain scans. Seniors using prescription sleep aids show reduced slow-wave sleep activity, that crucial deep sleep phase, while those using Tart cherry juice maintained healthy slow-wave patterns similar to much younger adults. There's also the issue of dependency. Many sleep medications lose effectiveness over time, requiring higher doses or different medications, creating a troubling cycle. Natural approaches like Tart cherries don't create this kind of dependency. In fact, their effectiveness often improves over time as your sleep patterns normalize. I'm not suggesting you throw away your medications without consulting your doctor. If you're currently taking prescription sleep aids, talk to your healthcare provider about potentially integrating natural approaches like Tart cherry juice while gradually reducing medication under medical supervision. Many of my readers have shared that their doctors were supportive of trying these natural approaches first, before resorting to pharmaceuticals. As one doctor told his patient, "I'd rather prescribe something from the produce section than the pharmacy, if it works just as well." The goal isn't quick fixes, but sustainable solutions. Natural approaches might take a little longer to show their full effect, but they work with your body rather than overriding its natural processes. That's not just safer, it's ultimately more effective for true restorative sleep. Kiwi, the stress-relieving sleep enhancer. Meet Mark, a 65-year-old retired teacher from Colorado. After decades of managing classroom stress, he found himself unable to turn off his mind at night, even years into retirement. I'd lie there replaying conversations, worrying about my adult kids planning the next day. My brain just wouldn't shut down. Mark shared, "I tried meditation, counting backward, even watching boring documentaries, but nothing worked consistently." Mark's story is familiar to many seniors. As we age, our ability to manage stress changes, partly due to shifts in our nervous system and partly due to life experiences that have trained our brains to stay alert. This stress directly impacts our sleep quality, creating a vicious cycle where poor sleep increases stress and stress further damages sleep. That's where kiwi fruit enters our story. Researchers at New Zealand's University of Otago discovered something remarkable about this humble green fruit. It contains an enzyme called actinidin and has serotonin levels up to 10 times higher than Tart cherries. This serotonin doesn't just improve mood. It's a precursor to melatonin, helping your body naturally produce more of this crucial sleep hormone. But the actinidin enzyme is what makes kiwi truly special for seniors. It helps optimize protein digestion and reduces inflammation in the digestive tract, issues that commonly disturb sleep in older adults. The researchers found that eating 2 kiwi fruits 1 hour before bedtime not only helped participants fall asleep 35 faster, but also increased their total sleep time by 13 and their sleep efficiency by 54. Mark was skeptical, but willing to try anything. I started eating 2 kiwis every night while I read before bed. Within a week, I noticed I wasn't waking up with that familiar knot of anxiety in my stomach. By the second week, I was falling asleep within minutes of turning out the light. What makes kiwi particularly effective for seniors like Mark is its ability to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural relaxation response. This helps counteract the always-on stress mode that many older adults find themselves stuck in. For the first time in years, I'm not dreading bedtime. Mark said, I actually look forward to it. That psychological shift alone has been incredibly powerful. The benefits extend beyond sleep. Kiwi's high vitamin C content, more than oranges, supports immune function, while its fiber content helps maintain digestive health, addressing multiple aspects of senior wellness simultaneously. Could 2 small kiwi fruits transform your sleep and stress levels? For Mark and many others, this simple addition to their evening routine has been nothing short of life-changing. Important notes about kiwi consumption. To get the most benefit from kiwi for sleep improvement, there are some important details to keep in mind. Small adjustments in how you consume kiwi can make a significant difference in its effectiveness. First, timing matters greatly. The sleep benefits of kiwi are most pronounced when eaten approximately 60 minutes before bedtime, not right before you turn out the lights, and not with dinner several hours earlier. This timing allows the actinidin enzyme and serotonin to be properly metabolized when your body needs them most. One common mistake is combining kiwi with protein-rich foods in the evening. When the actinidin enzyme in kiwi encounters proteins from other foods, it gets to work breaking down those proteins instead of focusing on its beneficial effects for your sleep cycle. Studies show this can reduce its sleep-promoting benefits by up to 64. For best results, eat kiwi on its own, not as part of a larger snack or meal. Temperature also plays a role. Cold kiwi, straight from the refrigerator, can cause minor digestive discomfort, in some seniors, potentially counteracting its sleep benefits. Instead, let your kiwi sit at room temperature for about 30 minutes before eating it. This not only makes it more comfortable for your digestive system, but also enhances the flavor. What about the skin? While kiwi skin is edible and contains additional nutrients for sleep purposes, the skin may be too stimulating due to its texture. The flesh alone provides the sleep benefits you're looking for, so feel free to scoop it out with a spoon. Here's a storage tip. Many people don't know. Kiwi fruits continue to ripen after purchase, and their enzyme content changes over time. For optimal sleep benefits, choose kiwis that yield slightly to gentle pressure, but aren't soft. Store them away from other fruits, especially apples and bananas, which release ethylene gas that speeds ripening. If you find whole kiwis inconvenient, freezing small portions of scooped kiwi flesh in ice cube trays gives you an easy nightly dose. Simply thaw one portion at room temperature for about 30 minutes before bedtime. Finally, consistency is key. The study participants who saw the most significant sleep improvements consumed kiwi daily for at least 2 weeks. The effects tend to be cumulative, with many people reporting that the full benefits became apparent after about 10 days of consistent use. Remember, more isn't necessarily better. 2 medium kiwis is the amount that showed optimal results in research. Eating more won't increase the benefit and might actually cause mild digestive discomfort that could interfere with sleep. As with any natural approach, understanding these details helps you maximize the benefits while avoiding common pitfalls. We've just explored 4 remarkable natural foods that can transform your sleep quality. Bananas, with their perfect trio of magnesium, potassium, and vitamin B6 almonds, with their muscle-relaxing magnesium Tart cherries, packed with natural melatonin, and kiwi, with its stress-reducing serotonin. These aren't exotic superfoods that cost a fortune or require special preparation. They're accessible, affordable options available at any grocery store. The key isn't in finding magical ingredients, but in understanding how to use these common foods correctly. Remember Helen, who finally reclaimed her nights after years of struggling? Or Dr. Miller, whose medical knowledge couldn't solve his own sleep problems until he discovered the power of properly prepared almonds? These aren't isolated success stories. They represent thousands of seniors who have discovered that better sleep doesn't have to come from a prescription bottle. The secret to deep restorative sleep doesn't lie in powerful medications that force your body into unconsciousness. It's found in supporting your body's natural sleep processes with the right nutrients at the right time, in the right way. Think about it. Humans evolved over thousands of years, relying on natural food sources to regulate our sleep cycles. It's only in the last century that we've turned to synthetic options, often with troubling side effects. These natural approaches work with your body rather than overriding its wisdom. I encourage you to try at least one of these natural sleep enhancers tonight. Start with whichever one appeals to you most or is already in your kitchen. Remember to follow the guidelines we've discussed. Proper timing, preparation, and combinations matter. If you found this information valuable, please subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to receive more health insights, specifically designed for seniors. Our next video will cover morning routines that complement these evening habits for optimal energy throughout your day. Please like and share this video with friends and family members who might be struggling with sleep. We all know someone who's facing these challenges. Your share could be the gift of better sleep for someone you care about. I'd love to hear about your experiences. Which of these foods are you planning to try first? If you've already been using any of these natural sleep aids, what results have you noticed? Share your bedtime routine in the comments below. Remember, you deserve restful, rejuvenating sleep every night. It's not a luxury. It's essential maintenance for your body and mind, especially as we age. Imagine waking up naturally, feeling clear-headed and energized, ready to embrace each day with vitality. That can be your new normal. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Here's to better nights and brighter mornings ahead.